start out by welcoming everybody out to our Giants end of season team party. And I know in a year with COVID, it's been kind of a weird up and down season, but definitely thankful that we got a chance to play. Thankful for this opportunity to work with our young men this year. Getting the chance to see them grow, and I know the season was full of some ups and downs and whatnot, but just so happy to see the boys finish the season strong, make it to the championship game, scare the Pirates a little bit, and just come to the point that we are. So what I'll do real quickly is, please forgive me for leaving my hat on, but I want to start with the word of prayer as we begin our event.
Yeah, just get my paper.
Okay.
I'm organized.
So if we can, but we bow our heads in a quick word of prayer. So we say, Dear Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for this season and in a year of COVID-19 pandemic and in a year of a lot of turmoil due to elections, racial injustice. Lord, you allowed the boys to be able to come together and play baseball, and it's been hard with. Even though there's a few kids in school in person, so many of the kids are doing remote learning. You gave them an outlet. So we thank you for this opportunity to play. Thank you for allowing us to play through this season safely. Enabling us to have all the resources needed, and all the families, really kind of chipping in and supporting, the guidelines to try to do things in a safe manner. And Lord, you're keeping us under your arc of protection and bringing us through. And Lord, just for a successful season. So Lord, we can't, really ask you for much more than what was done. We, just glad to see the growth in the young men, and a big part and the wonderful thing about Little League is growing in, their baseball skills and IQ, but growing as young men as well. And I think we saw a lot of that this year. So Lord, I thank you for the opportunity, to work with our young men. Thank you for the coaches that, that you sent me this year. Our safety officer team, mom, and just all of the coaches and everybody who chipped in to make the season special, Lord. We thank you. And this opportunity to celebrate and fellowship, Lord, we thank you. Let your perfect will be done in all things. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
So this is something, and doing an end-of-year team event, I know a lot of teams, a lot of coaches do it, but one of the things that Ruthie and I have cherished with every team that we've had the blessing and opportunity to coach, we always want to make, and do something special to celebrate the kids, to celebrate the season, to celebrate you as families, for all of your support throughout the season. One of the things I always want to do is thank my wife, because she was the one to encourage me to become a head coach. I'd always been much different life at IBM, you travel and all these things, and maybe I'd be a helper, but she would always find a way to talk to the coach and say, hey, can you make him assistant, or can he help? And then she encouraged me back in 2016 to start this journey as a head coach, and then even talking with Judah to say, hey man, is it, you comfortable with me being your head coach instead of just just helping you? And he was supportive of that, so I'm really, just thankful for that. But just the opportunity to work with the various teams and young men, and several of the kids on this team I've got a chance to work with across multiple years, multiple teams. I'm just thankful for that. My philosophy has always been to believe in every child and every player. God instills in them special talents, special IQ, special personalities. They all bring something to the team, and it's my job as a coach for him to use me to try to find out what those talents and skill sets are, and how can they best use those to contribute to the team's success, and then helping them become better ball players and better young men. And so that's really kind of been our goal all along. We like to have teams where the kids grow. At the end of the season, everyone contributes. It's not, resting on the laurels of a couple to carry the team. No team could be successful unless everybody's contributing. That's always been our focus, and I've been, appreciative to have a wife who supports that mission, and she's right there alongside me, whether it's safety officer, team mom. To the kids, may be a little strict at times, but she's doing it because she loves you and she's trying to keep you safe and doing things in order. So that's always been a big part of the philosophy. And then I think in that we've, God has blessed us with success more years, than not with our teams. And so I just think that comes with, our young men working hard, the families believing in, that process. And so I'm always just thankful. I've always been blessed to not have, where it's a lot of issues just with families or anything. It's everybody's always been very supportive, and we've just been very appreciative of that. Mom, I don't know if I left anything out in terms of philosophy. But that's just what we believe in, and we have a God-first mentality, so I always like to start in things with prayer, and I appreciate the support even in that. But the thing is, I want, safety and protection over our players, and I want them to grow well beyond, this time in their life. I want them to remember this with fondness. So this is the stage where I like to always give something back to the players. I said they give so much during the season, so between myself, my wife, and then also Coach VanDine has contributed mightily in the VanDine family to some of the gifts for the kids. And so I'm going to start off by one of the things that I tried last year was a nice picture for each of the kids to kind of remember their way of contributing during the season. So I actually put together a collage of photos from each player for the season to make their own picture, which kind of tells their story of how they contributed to the team. Unfortunately, it didn't come in time for today's party, so I'm going to arrange, when they come in, I'll email every family to kind of coordinate pickup. Probably what's going to be easiest is to come to us if you can to coordinate that pickup. I hope to print out an example, but it's a really nice collage that's personal to each player, along with some different team shots in between. But they'll have as a memory going forward.
How big is it?
It's a 24 by 36 picture, so pretty big. Their name and number at the top, and each photo will have like some picture of me helping that player in some capacity throughout the season, as well as a nice team photo within that, and then some of the positions that they them out in the field, or them hitting, kind of what they're known for. And so we try to do our best, and one of the ways that actually happened was, just all of those, Esther, Meredith, all of those who contributed photos throughout the season, Lori, everybody who took photos and contributed those made that process and stuff a lot easier. The next thing that I will do in passing out gifts is we have our pennants, and this is something that Team Mom put together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have, we'll kind of see whose name comes up first, but I'm going to have each player come up, and I'm going to have them stand here on the black marker, and I'm going to say a few kind words from Coach first, and then we got a couple of things for you. And then I've got some balls as well for everyone that we'll autograph later as well. But I want to pass those out. And then, Ken, I'll have you come up to help actually present trophies as well. And we want Ken to do it also. All right. Okay, so.
Stay in the shot because I'm not
Okay, so Team Mom wants me to describe. So I put together some team balls. So this is some of my handiwork and penmanship, but just something where it has the player's name, and we have Giants and the player's number. We also have the year 2020 and a nice little message from Coach for each player. And then we'll have an opportunity for you to get autographs from the other players on your team, because eventually you guys are going to be famous guys. Some will be famous ball players and famous other things in life, and you'll be able to go back and say, hey, Kaden, I need tickets to the next Giants game, man, the next time you're in town playing, that kind of thing. So, but you'll have these as memories. Yeah, each one is hand done by Coach. So I tried to make it personal. So, and we have a team magnet. So she's going to pass those out to the parents as we go. But with these, we have the team picture, and also kind of a nice, keepsake message. We have all the players listed, and our coaches. And everybody have a nice, another thing to add to your refrigerator. Okay. So first, it's going to be Owen Hurt, number 4. Come on up, my friend. So on the pennant, we have Majors Giants. We have a team photo. Also a literal photo of me kind of in our ground ball line with a special message. But a little pennant you can put up in your room, got your name and number on it. So I'm going to have you stand here, Owen, and I'm going to let you hold that up. Also, I'll let you have the ball as well. And so, one of the things I'm going to say about this young man is glad to have him on the team this season. And you probably don't know, but a lot of this actually stems from my relationship with your mom and dad. And it's probably hard to believe that I actually met those guys on the hard street. So they took me in when I used to work for UNC Chapel Hill. I used to play a little intramural basketball. Their team was kind enough to pick me up when I was a new guy. And so we had some fun playing a lot of intramural basketball back in the day. It might not be obvious that we were ballers back then. But when I had the opportunity to draft you, a lot of it comes through relationship with your mom and dad. So I was like, hey, it's a great chance to have Owen on the team for once. And so like one of the things I want to say is just how proud of you that I've been this year. You've helped, your primary positions this year were second base and third base, some of the corner outfield spots. But one of the things that was great to see you grow, particularly at third base, there was a number of connections you made with Caden, where somebody's trying to steal base, and guess what happened? All right, Caden made a nice throw, you made a nice catch and tag, and then they were out. And that was something that we saw improvement on all season long. There was a number of key outs you made at third base. A couple of nice times, just getting it, stepping on the bag. Nice play, throw to first, early part of the playoffs as well. So it's just great to see the growth. The other thing, too, you mashed the ball in practice. And I know sometimes it was frustrating not to get the result you wanted in games, but the effort was always there. The potential talent was there. So I always want you to remain encouraged, because I know it's easy to say, hey, my bat didn't go the way I wanted it to go. But what we do is when you're a star player, great players find a way to contribute in other ways, and you always found a way to do that. And you find a way to put the work in, make the play in the field. I know you guys will come to Herndon, put in work, and that's what it's all about. That's how you get better. And I know, like with the compromised season the way we have it, we didn't have the number of practices we normally had. But it was good to see you putting in the work. Proud of the contributions you made. So I'd like to have Coach VanDine come and actually present the trophy as well. But just extremely proud of you. So happy to have you on the team this year. Happy to have the opportunity to coach you. Keep working hard. And I know you at Rogers Hurd, opportunity to play middle school ball there. Keep putting in the work. Keep doing good things, my friend.
There you go, buddy.
Excellent. So next up, Caden McDaniel, number 7. Present you with the game ball. Oh, don't lose it. Yeah, yeah, I know. So this guy, like I said, once some teams there, we had some attrition during, families made the decision not to play due to COVID or travel ball or other reasons. We picked up both Cam and Caden. And at least we have a history with this guy, too, going back to his Laker days playing basketball with Judah. So it was great to have Caden and the McDaniel family as part of the fold this year. And quickly became, already, great young man, but actually quickly endeared himself to me. Just loved the wit, just the cerebral nature, the intellect, combined with the baseball skills. So, man, he'd come over and say certain things to me, just like, you got to love this guy. Just love him. And so, just thinking about the season, you came in and you made some immediate contributions in the outfield. So we had a lot of times you spent in left field and right field, made a number of catches all season long. Always had a great eye at the plate, put the ball in play. So, we can definitely count on you to make good decisions on both sides, both offensively and defensively. Then he surprised me. So as we're getting down toward the end of the season, Coach VanDine, who did an extremely good job as pitching coach this year, comes to me and said, I think this is a good spot for Caden. He's been really working on it once his, chance at pitching. So I'm like, hey, gets out there, locks up the other team, and manages to do it 2 other times. So actually finished in his 3 appearances with 0 ERA. Tops on the team in that regard. And I was like, man, if I'd known that, we could have been pitching you all season long. I didn't know. so, just love the contributions you made. Like you said, big help on both sides of the ball, just pleasant pickup. Also, just love the humor, love the wit. Just, it just is a great thing. And I said, I always appreciate the hustle, extremely coachable. It doesn't get any better than it, man. So I was like, after all these years, playing basketball with Judah, it was great to be able to coach you, this in season finally in South Carolina Little League, get a chance to coach you in baseball. So it was great to have you. Love the contributions. Like even when we're doing drills, he's like, Coach, what's the object of this drill? So make sure we're, doing it the right way. Love it. Keep doing what you're doing. Great young man. Excited to have you on the team. Thank you for the opportunity to coach you. In that, Coach VanDine present the trophy to you as well. Thank you very much. Great season. Next up, Frankie GilChrist, number 10. Yeah, so this guy, I'll have you stand there just so I don't be too close to you. So for this guy, I said, special place in my heart. I remember he came to South Carolina Little League about 4 years ago, and we played against his, he was playing in the fall, first time playing organized baseball, and Coach Womble was his first coach. And so, a couple of games we played against him, and then, watch him in the video. And so I was talking to Coach Womble one day, and he was like, can you believe this kid is first year playing organized baseball? And I said, really? And, I had been watching him in the video and, had some successful games against us in the fall. And it's like, wow, he's got a lot of, just a lot of talent. If he's just getting started, he's just scratching the surface. So then, I think we got a couple of weeks into the spring registration the next year and noticed his name wasn't on the list. So I actually contacted his parents. And this is before we knew Frank and Christine. I was like, hey, we played against you guys. I don't know if you remember me, Coach Cannon, but, Frank has got a lot of potential. I would encourage you to make sure he signs up. And so I was blessed enough to be able to draft him that year in AA, and he's been with us every year, spring, fall, ever since. And it's just been amazing to see the growth. Had a lot of talent to begin with, but to see him grow to where he is today. And, this year was, really our offensive MVP this season. We're just going to contribute, at the plate, pitching, catching, on defense. Just tremendous to see the growth. Got a strong, fiery passion, very competitive, but just brings so much to the team. But, it's just great to see you grow as a young man and, just thankful for the opportunity to, get to know your family and become the level of friends and family that we are to one another. So let's just be proud of you, man. See you grow into an all-star and just an impact player. So mighty proud of you, man. So, again, thank you for that opportunity to coach you. Keep doing great things, man. So next, number 12, Wyatt Hanson. All right. Wyatt. Here you go, my friend. Here you go. So this guy, I'll have you come all the way back. Wyatt, we'll look this way. So, Wyatt, this guy started with me my first year as a head coach. So my first year, I'm a Reds fan. Okay, we're going to do the Reds thing, and I was actually blessed to have drafted Wyatt. And that was also our first opportunity to get a chance to work with the Hanson family. Eric was one of my coaches, assistant coaches that year. Very special year for us. And like I said, my wife had encouraged me to coach that year, so very special time that year. And Wyatt was one of our top contributors on that team back then, and so it was great to be able to come full circle and finish out where we started. So this is a great opportunity to be able to just stay reconnected with the Hanson family and finish out just like we started with having Wyatt on the team. And so Wyatt, same thing, man. Just like I mentioned to Owen earlier, very proud of the growth I saw all season. I know there was some tough moments here and there, but what I liked most was like, hey, third base, you helped own that position. We worked on some of the things like the throwdowns, and you made plays. A couple of times just stopping that ball, keeping it in the infield, stepping on third base, getting you out. Also, your bat came alive as the season went on, so I know that all comes from putting in work, with your dad coming out, putting in extra work. Big hit, you got robbed by Eli Dossett in the championship game, but those are all big hits, and we saw that on display as we finished the season going into the playoffs and into the championship game. So, proud of the work you put in, keep working on the game. You got great mom and dad supporting you, and the dad that got a lot of baseball talent. And I know his pitching skills, you're going to be a better hitter as a result of hitting off him every time. So look, mighty proud of all that you've done. You always show up ready to play, energy, trying hard, support your teammates. I'm proud of you. And like I said, just to see that growth from beginning to end, mighty proud of you, man. That's what it takes. It's putting in the work, whether it's here or at home, proud of you. So keep up the good work. You got 9 other baseball brothers that'll stay with you after the season. So, you can always count on us if you ever need help with anything, okay? So, Wyatt, for great things. How are you doing, man? So, next, number 69, Harris Mangum.
69.
I know Harris is not, your normal number and everything, but special thing about this guy was we actually met the Mangum family as we were embarking on going to Woods Charter School. So Harris and Judah have been the best of friends for, since getting started with school, and never could draft him. And so, it worked out in South Durham Little League. We never really had the opportunity to play together. And so, this year, I really appreciate him making it known that he wanted to play. And it worked out that he was able to join our team this year. So just to have Harris on the team and as friends to be able to kind of play out that last year of Little League together. But on top of it, at the time we knew we were getting a top-notch pitcher, top-notch hitter, top-notch shortstop and outfielder. Didn't know we were getting a top-notch catcher on top of it. So I was thankful that the Lord blessed us with those catching skills too. It made the season much more workable as those things make sense to do. But mighty proud this year of all your contributions. Like I say, you brought it on the mound, brought it in the field, brought it catching, brought it hitting. It's just another bit of swagger for the team. Fantastic job. And I've been impressed with just even the growth at catcher in such a short period of time. So just this opportunity to get a chance to finally coach in the regular season has been a tremendous one. And it was just great, even as the season went on, just level of, offensive contributions with the hits. There was a lot of big, doubles and triples right there at the end of the season. Pitching, we couldn't ask for any more than what you gave us to get us in the championship game against the Tigers in the elimination game. Just tremendous contributions all the way around. So, man, proud of you. Thank you for playing with us this season. I know you could have just done travel and call it a wrap on the Little League career. Proud of you for seeing it through. Thank you for the contributions to the team. So, Harris. Next, number 28, Hayden VanDine. So this guy always had a special place in my heart too. We kind of briefly played with him in rookie. He guest played for Judah's team at rookie, and they won a rookie championship. And then had a chance to play with Caden and actually meet his mom and dad in the fall, I believe, of 2015. We were all on Mike Goodman's team that year. I think we were something like the Destroyers or something. And but it was the first opportunity to really get a chance to meet Lori and Ken and actually work with Caden that year. Couldn't get him the next year with the Reds. I tried. But his team under Coach Goodman went on to reach the championship game that year. But the next year, they played against Judah again in the fall. Next year, though, with the White Sox, I said, we're getting him this year. And, this guy, all he does is goes to championships and win championships. And so joined us in AA, became an all-star that year as well. Guy eats, sleeps, and breathes baseball. For a lot of years, brought the catching skills, but also just a great pitcher. great hitter. One of the things I love about him is the amount of work he puts in. So I don't have to worry about what this guy does away from practice and away from games. He's always putting in the work. He thinks the game. The other thing that I loved about him, especially this year, is just continuing to see the leadership and the maturity level continue to grow. So, like Caden, I appreciate all the times you were encouraging other kids in a positive manner. That hey, you can do it. You can do this. Hang with it. That's what you want to see, and that's what I saw a lot of, and I heard a lot this year. I know catching's not to the forte it once was, but I appreciate every time that you contribute as a catcher. If we need you to go in as an extra inning and catch, you're always willing to do it. Like I said, pitching top notch this season. I know early in the season we had a couple of tough times with the Pirates, but it was the Pirates, and it was times too where we didn't have any many other pitching options. So that one time you went 87, you went the distance. Almost that whole game for us because we needed it, but that's the type of ball play you are doing with the team. He's always there, big hit. I'll never forget this guy. He gave us our first championship with a game-winning hit, bottom of the last inning to win the championship storybook. But just a big-time player, always rises up in the moment. Can't thank you for enough for the experience of being able to coach you. Love the VanDine family. Just been a great experience seeing you guys, and then just watching like Ashley and Drew. Kind of grew up in that time period. It's just been a special thing, and just thankful for the contributions of the VanDine family. Thanks for all you do, Caden, for the team. Thanks. Next, number 17, Parker Canterbury. So this guy got a chance to kind of play and work with some years ago, but this year, one of the guys that I really targeted hard in our draft process. Again, it comes like a package deal. You get you're a great young man, great player, great mom and dad. And so, truth be told, not the biggest Giants fan in the normal MLB space, but willing to take on the name to get this guy. So, just extremely proud of the all-around contributions. I know sometimes with lefties, they don't want you playing certain positions, but, being able to, not only play first, but move you around in the outfield, some third base, some second base when we needed you. Very versatile, very swift on the base pass. Bringing the pitching ability as well really helped us, and I know you really helped us out in some tough spots when we were starting to get low on pitching resources. But one of the things I'm particularly proud of this season was your batting. So I know one of the coaches on the other team is kind of like, who's that that unnamed player who just hit the ball to the fence? It was you. And so for this season, Parker was actually second in extra base hits. It was always in the top 3 or 4 in terms of hits, extra base hits, runs scored, but made a lot of big contributions all across the board. But the batting was extremely critical to us, and it gave, especially with Caden hitting cleanup, having you in that 5th spot or that 6th spot, we moved you around in 3 holes, some 2. You were very versatile, but extremely coachable. Wherever we needed to put you, you were willing to serve. You didn't complain, always hustle. Can't ask for more than that from a player. And so, like I said, extremely excited to have you this season. Happy to have this chance to get a chance to coach you in the last Little League season. Couldn't ask for any more from your contributions, man. So thank you for all that you did for us. I wish I actually had gotten a chance to pitch you a little bit more too. We're just extremely thankful for all your contributions and always, being willing to do what the team needs. And so thank you, Parker. Thank you for all that you did. Great season, next, number 22, Cam Posey. Cam run. So this is one of our, like I said, free agent pickups when we had some team attrition this season. So I didn't know much about you, Cam, so I think emailed, Coach Hanson was kind enough to give me a few words about you and your dad. Glad to have you, and you are another person that I would say, sometimes when you get this term, most improved, it kind of signifies that sometimes the talent level wasn't there, but you always had the talent, man. And one thing I'll say about, many things I'll say about you is you helped us a lot in the corner outfield spots. You played a lot at second and third. even a couple of games ago, made a nice catch against the Pirates in our first playoff loss, nice line drive catch on third base. But you really stepped up as the season went on, both offensively and defensively. Off-field play steadily improved, batting steadily improved, finished with double-digit hits. So I mean, you really, I saw the confidence growing. You put the bat on play, whether it was faster pitchers, slow and throwing pitchers, fast, brought a lot to the table, but really stepped up the play. And I know a lot of that stemmed from putting in work. Times we're over at Herndon, Kevin Cam's brother on the other field putting in work, and that's what it's all about. And so really proud of that effort you put in, because, not only does that make you a better player, it raises the level of our team. And what we saw is, hey, kids trying hard at practice, trying hard in pregame, trying hard on their own, and it just raises the level of everybody around you. And that's what I was proud to see, man. You always, and you're competitive. So I know sometimes you got robbed. I mean, between you and Wyatt, you had a hit down the line early in the season. That ball was fair, would have been a triple, a lot of things. You robbed, but you got to stay with it, keep putting bat on ball. So the talent is there. Keep putting in the work. Your baseball career is not over yet, man. Just with this, I want kids still playing, seniors and playing ball in middle school, doing what they can, keep coming up. So definitely thankful for the opportunity to coach you this season. Mighty proud of you. Thank you for all you did to contribute to the team's success, my man. Thank you. Next, we have Angus, number 35. So again, young man, always admired from afar. This guy used to kill us when he played with Coach Kelly, and especially kind of back in A in those days, with the Cubs, and big time hitter always. And so another thing I love about Angus is his versatility, and he's kind of got this quietness to him, but extremely competitive ball player. And I always love it. I like guys who really, passionate about winning, and it's not like winning's the end all, but they expect, they put in work and they expect to be successful. And so that's why I always saw it Angus, but brings it pitching in the field, so we were able to use you a lot at shortstop, all three outfield spots. We can put you at second base. There are a lot of things you can do, and that versatility is always special in my heart as a coach, because we can put you anywhere. You didn't complain of whether I put you in shortstop, the outfield. You were willing to step up and do what the team needed. Again, I know there are a couple of spots where, hitting, I know it bothered you because there's certain things you wanted to be able to do, but still, everything you brought to the table was key. Like I said, all sorts of time. I even told him, I said, hey man, these guys putting the ball over the fence, you're hitting it in practice. You got that same power, you can do it too. But just proud of us, also helped us out, travel a little bit as well, and we appreciate that. But just proud of all your contributions as well. Glad you got a chance to go out with us. I know it might have been better to go out with Pirates or somebody else, but other than that, yeah, proud that you served with us this year. And I'm just proud of all the guys who saw it Little League through from beginning to end. So very proud of you, Angus. Thank you for playing for us. Thank you for this opportunity, Coach.
Mom.
Last and most certainly not least is my guy, Judah, number 3, Judah Cannon. But I'll say, yes, I've most certainly known this guy for a long time. Been fortunate enough to draft him every year, but my son, love him dearly, and over the years, a lot of times I promised I didn't want to be one of those overbearing coaches that overdoes it with his own child. But the other thing too is I wanted to hold him to a standard. So I didn't want to give him anything, make him earn his way like everybody else, because eventually when I can't coach him, Daddy won't be there to help you. So you gotta be able to toe the line and pull your own load. And so I've always been proud of him. He's always been supportive of me coaching him. And I'm just thankful that being involved, I didn't exactly mess it up. We've been able to, remain successful. God's been good to us. But just extremely proud of his hard work and effort, each and every season. And I'm going to be hard on him. And he kind of has to deal with that, bear with that. And but, just proud of him, too, as I said, he made valuable contributions to us as a pitcher. as our leadoff guy this year. Normally he hits, anywhere from 2 through 5, but stepped up to kind of take that leadoff position in the order. Does a great job in the outfield, short second, pretty much everywhere I put him, catching as well. But just extremely proud of him. Because like I said, I'm a working, and like I said, I want him to earn his way. But just extremely proud of him as well. So man, I mean, don't want to understate anything, and I can hug him because this is my son. Proud of him, wanted to send him out, and all you guys as a champion. We almost got there, but just thankful for all the success that, and looking back at things, that to be able to see like myself and my wife in the pictures with him as he went through this journey. I couldn't ask for anything better than that. So just thankful that I had the chance to coach him and be involved, and from now on, you kind of cut them loose and they go under other coaches and stuff, but want to feel like I put them in a position to succeed. It's just so thankful, and thank you for working hard, thank you for all that you did for the team, and sacrifices you have to you kind of make for the good of the team, but we thank you, for it, and proud of you, man. So love you, and thank you for all that you've done. So, get down my program.
It's in your pocket in the back, isn't it?
No, this is the map.
Okay, almost. Which one, man?
Okay. So, next thing I want to kind of wax poetic about my coaching staff here before we eat. So, one of the things I want to quickly cover is last year I kind of came across something like this, and I said, something functional for the coaches that helps them remember the team. So I kind of did this for my Blue Jays team, but I figure most of our coaches at least drink a little coffee, a little tea, or something to that effect. But what I did was I had created nice tumblers for our coaches with the San Francisco Giant emblem on one side, and then their name, our team and year, and all of the players on the back side, just as a memory, for our coaches. So first I'll have Coach GilChrist come up. So this guy's been a special one for me. Like I said, I mentioned we met Frank and his family roughly about 4 years ago. So that first year in AA, Frank was kind of a helper. He wasn't a coach. He was kind of like dad back then. And Coach Jason Mudd had been kind of like my assistant the first couple of years. But when he changed teams, Coach GilChrist was stepped up, and in part it kind of allows us to keep Frankie and Judah together. And the great thing is, it's hard to find a better first assistant than Coach GilChrist. So one of the things that I love about Coach is just his passion for teaching the players. And he just felt like he was an extension of me. I feel like, in the one time, I got the flu, first time I ever missed, had to miss a practice for anything other than a funeral.
When you had surgery, right? You missed.
No, the surgery was non-seasonal.
Okay,
right,
sorry.
But you got the flu first week of the season.
I thought you did. I'm sorry.
Never had to miss the first practice of the season. But, somebody I could trust to run it just like I was. And just, Coach, whatever I ask, he's right there to help support. And it's just hard to find that in coaches. Offers helpful advice, but, somebody I just value as a true friend. And he's just done so much to help the team the last couple of years. And then, you can see what all the GilChrist family brings to the table out of the box. It's just grateful. So, we've grown to become great friends with the whole family. And I just thank Frank as a coach, man. He brings so much to the table. Just so much passion you put in with the kids, and you believe in player development as much as I do. And just having the love and patience for each player. So just really appreciative of all that Coach GilChrist brings to the table. So, feels funny to become, prayerfully there'll be opportunities in seniors and some other ways to kind of keep the coaching together going. But, definitely going to miss, working with you in this capacity. But any opportunity in the future, looking forward to it. But thank you for all that you've done. Not just for the Giants, but for the Blue Jays, for the Tigers, and helped during the Red Sox, helped during 2018 All-Stars. I mean, you worked harder than some of the All-Star assistant coaches. So I mean, just thankful for all the effort put in, and just the friendship and the bond we created over the time. Tremendously thankful. So thank you, sir. We'll do that. Oh, Frank, I'll ask the platform just to give a few words if you'd like to.
All right. I'm not big on speeches. You see that Coach does all the speaking. That's why I like to work with him, because he does all the talking. But no, it's been an honor and a pleasure working with Coach Cannon for over 3 seasons. It's a great person to work with, a great individual leader or coach. I've learned so much from him. He inspires me by his plan and his organization. I've never seen a coach that comes with so much planning in the organization. This guy always comes prepared, has a decent plan. Even when things don't go his way, he knows how to regroup and get the ballpark going again. So it's like he's an amazing guy to work with. I just enjoy working with him. It's great to have to work with somebody who's a believer, and I just enjoy working with them. And working with you guys this year has been a great honor. I learn a lot from the kids, because I always watch the kids and pay attention to all their mannerisms and how they are developing. And I can tell you, all your kids develop to a higher level. From the first day that we started practicing and playing, we were struggling. We were struggling a lot. And the kids' progression each week and every day got better and better and better. And I just, I applaud you guys for the progression that you guys made. And I know you guys are going to do bigger and better things in the future, whether it's baseball or whatever you do in life. You guys are going to all excel in it. And I just want to say thank you for that.
Next up is my second assistant, Ken VanDine. So this guy, like I said, special place in my heart too. As I mentioned, we met, kind of more officially back in 2015. We've had worked together since I was able to draft Caden back with the White Sox in Double A in 2017, I believe that was. And Ken has always been there, even if he wasn't like an official assistant coach. He's always been like our catcher guy and everything. So this year, just a tremendous help. Really, is more of our pitching coach as well as our catcher coach as well. Tremendous help, and it was great to have his voice in the dugout. A lot of times, like, Coach, we might want to do this, we might want to do that. It's valuable. I mean, he always had very sound counsel. Helped us tremendously. Like I mentioned, he came to me about Caden. I didn't know you had been putting in work like that, Caden. It comes from Coach. So once we find that out, I was like, hey, I'm a believer in giving kids a chance. If you've been putting in work, let's put that talent and skill to use. Love that. And so, like, Ken has always been supportive. We've also just grown as friends as well, with the entire VanDine family. So it's just amazing staying connected to them, seeing all that they do. Inspires me because they're like on the go all the time, traveling, doing all these great things with the kids. So it's very, it's just very encouraging. And then we've been on the board together a number of years with South Durham Little League and have the opportunity to work together in so many capacities. Just a very bright mind, sharp guy. Just, also a believer in player development and believing in the kids and growing them as well. So it's been tremendous, Ken, working with you this season. I'm really glad that we had the opportunity to have you serve as one of our coaches this year. And the other thing with this, we've had 3 years. We got a chance to go to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, to go to the Little League World Series, and so just tremendously fun opportunity. It's just fun to be, involved with guys that love baseball the way that they do and invested in their kids the way that they do. Just can't thank you enough for how you served the guys this season. Somebody we could always count on, always on time. Never had to doubt, whether you'd be someplace to accomplish something you set out to do. I also want to thank him for providing, the trophies for the kids. Normally only the, championship winning team gets a trophy, but I would venture to say these are much better trophies than what they got. So can't thank you and the family for all they did to provide those and just all the support all season long and just the friendship that I pray continues going forward. Realize we may not always be playing, same travel teams and all those things, but, want to see, pray that we stay in connection with you guys as well and keep watching this guy grow, as well as his, Drew
Adults.
still doing big things. You probably keep getting bigger too. But it's proud of you guys. So, thank you for all that you do for us. Thank you, sir. And great job with you.
So it's been kind of a great way to end our Little League career for my 12U. We're Giants fans, so it was
Perfect ending.
perfect ending to be a Giant. I was a little worried there in the beginning that we weren't going to actually get to play as Giants. So really thankful we were able to get in some form of a season. Again, every time we've worked with Coach Cannon, it's always been amazing to see where we start and where we end. You know, there is no coach in this league that develops kids the way Coach Cannon does. His passion for it and his drive and his organization, his planning, that really pays off. But I don't think most people realize how much time he really puts in to organizing the team and developing the players. He's thinking about this all day, every day. We're often trading texts all day long, talking about this stuff. But I am so thankful for the years that you've given to my son and Arthur. So it's kind of sad. This is my 10th spring with South Durham Little League. But I'm glad we went out with you.
No, thank you, sir. And no one felt right going out with any other group. Like, if I didn't get this guy, it hurt me last year. They did that on purpose. Yeah, they took him last year, him and Aiden Daly.
Hickey. Yep.
Yeah, they took him on purpose. I believe that. I know that to be true. So glad that we got a chance to go out.
Thank
together.
you for everything you've done for us.
Thank you, sir.
And thank you all for letting your sons practice.
Thank you. So next, Eric Hanson. So with the nature of COVID-19, they allowed us to add an additional assistant coach this year. So the first guy to think about is obviously Eric. So we came in together. It's a great opportunity to go out together. So this guy was a tremendous help all year long as well. You know, even back to our days with the Reds, just a tremendous help. And just a great guy, great dad. And the Hanson family's been tremendous. So, you know, back then, I remember our first team party, the Hanson families actually hosted it in their lovely home. Esther put together nice, really summer of the season and video for us, and just, tremendous experience. And we tried to kind of build off that every year going forward. And so this guy, just naturally, great arm, everything, more than just throwing bullpens these days, but brings a lot of baseball IQ and experience, to our team. Just another one, just a heart to help kids, believer in player development, does a lot. And this guy, when you talk about busy being the league scheduler, no comparison. Yeah. No comparison. It's probably one of the busiest jobs in all of South Durham Little League, and probably one of the biggest headaches to have to deal with at all the different levels. So, and I know, like, even when you took this job, you realized you ended up with another head coaching job. So we just really appreciate all that you did. And I know you couldn't always be here due to some of the other commitments, but when you were here, all that you did to help the team, help us, just stepping in wherever you could, providing guidance. It's just so much that you bring to the table. And I'm just, thankful to be able to finish out with you guys, both wide on the team, you as a coach, but having the family as part of our team family. We started this way. Great to finish this way. It's kind of like the epitome of Little League, and it doesn't really get any better than this. And so, like, the kids give me a lot of good feedback from the drills, and one of the things they love the most is you pitching to them in the cage, whether that's pregame or in practice. So, and it raises their level. Like, you can get out there, you'll be accurate, pitch hard. All of that makes the kids better. So we thank you, Eric, for all that you bring to the table, all that Esther and having your family's done for our team, not only this year, but just getting a chance to know you over the years and just staying in contact, working with you on the board over the time. You guys have been a blessing to us. So thank you. So thank you for all that you did for us, Eric. And I'll actually give you a few words as well.
Well, again, thank you. I mean, it's been a real pleasure throughout the years. Growing up with baseball with my guys. And my first assistant coaching job was on the Reds. And when I received the first email, which was I didn't know what to do with it the first time.
Most people probably don't.
But I brought it with me. I had it in my back pocket when I showed up for practice, and we were on the clock. And I've got 3 boys, and so I started coaching them, and I was like, well, I know how to do a practice. I've got the plan right here. And so what he doesn't know is I have a file of all of your practice plans that you ever sent. And so when I would go out to coach a team, I'm like, man, I don't even know how to address this. I'd go back to the file and go,
Cannon.
all right, it's the Cannon. It's Cannon. It is baseball Cannon. So now I wouldn't be surprised if you have a book coming out in the next few years about how to do little league coaching. And here's your, if you don't have your stuff, I'll send it. I got it. But again, I mean, I'm kind of repeating what the other coaches have said. It's really amazing to see how much work we can get in one practice, and it pays off throughout the entire year. Where grounders aren't being missed anymore, pop flies are not being missed anymore. I mean, it's amazing to see that work. And I thank you for helping me become a better coach and a better person and a better man. I thank you and your whole, yeah, of course, Ruthie, team mom. I actually started calling her mom. But thank you all so much. I appreciate it.
No, thank you, man. I'll give you a hug, man. It's wonderful.
Oh, no, that's good.
Thank you.
This is wonderful.
And then also, we had two other guys that helped us, you know, like, to me, they're coaches in my book. And I tried to work it out as such, but we have our Coach Posey. So this guy, like I said, first time getting a chance to work with you and Cam, but appreciate all the help. And so, you know, Kevin's been great all season long as well, whether it's, you know, helping to keep the book or the pitch count, helping out, you know, pre-game, helping out in practice. And, you know, at first they, you know, trying to definitely limit the number of parents on the field, but it's kind of like, hey, you know, I knew too, like with Eric, you know, having head coaching responsibilities, Stephen having some responsibilities elsewhere, it just helped to have somebody else who could kind of fill in if the coach couldn't be there and you were always that. You know, providing sound counsel, even talking to the kids during practice, during drills to encourage them to do things the right way, and then, you know, just helping every way you could. I mean, and you were always looking to serve and help the kids learn and grow. And that's what we all, I mean, the whole team benefits from that. All the players, you know, appreciate, you know, just father to son, all the work you put in with Cam, because Cam obviously continued to just keep getting better all season long. But it's what it takes to be, you know, it takes a village to have a strong team. And this is what I love, to have parents contributing, and you were an extremely important contributor to the team's success this year. Can't thank you enough for all that you did and supported the team. And it's, you know, we love to see it when it's more than just your child, you're trying to help the whole. And that's what we saw from you. I mean, it was tremendous. We appreciated each and every contribution, always being here, count on you. And this is like without being in the jersey, without being in the shirt, serving. So thank you, Kevin, for all that you did for us, and any words you would like to have for the family.
Well, I'm just glad I had the opportunity to be part of the team and help out where I could. And I mean, I've enjoyed coaching. My background is coaching and teaching, and so having the opportunity to do it, see the kids grow and learn and improve weekly, daily, was a great opportunity, and I appreciate being able to be part of that. Thanks, sir.
Thank you. And also Stephen. So Mr. Canterbury. So like I said, you know, it's a package deal. So one of the things I looked for was getting a chance to work with Stephen. I've had a chance to meet Stephen some years ago, and always friends throughout, and you know, great coach in his own right. And was looking forward to having the opportunity to work again with Stephen. And like I say, it comes with a great family package all the way around. So I'll also want to, I'll probably say some words about Meredith a little bit later as our most gracious sponsor, but just it comes with a great family altogether. But another great baseball mind here with Stephen, does great work with the kids, and again, stepped in wherever we need them, whether it's, you know, pitch count, book, whatever we need to do, pre-game, post-game, setup, breakdown, all of those things. You know, coach, can I, you know, help you get your stuff to the truck? Whatever it was just like Stevie always there, and it's great just having as many baseball minds around the kids. So as we break into, you know, different groups, I got knowledgeable people that I can trust, that I know are going to echo the same, you know, terminology, cues for the kids. Just, you know, tremendously thankful for your help. And just like I said, it's another baseball mind in the room another person to bounce things up. Can't thank you enough for all of your service, and just, thankful for the relationship with you and your family as well. It's been tremendous, and I just want to just thank you. Can't thank you enough for all that you contribute to the team, because without that, it's nice being able to go like, where's Frankie's pitch count or Harrison's pitch count? Where are we? And we've got a lot of minds on the game and in the game to help me make, better decisions, because I've got a lot of things kind of going through the head during the course of a ball game, and just to have so many sound minds being able to, help me steer the ship in the right direction is just tremendous. So, Stephen, thank you for all that you did for us, and I'll chat with you later.
Well, I appreciate you letting me have a sandwich while I'm trying to keep up with the pitch count and the little guy running around over there. But no, it's been a blast. I appreciate you letting me be involved with Parker. But I think about what you just said a minute ago. I forgot how many kids were on that first team in fall. I mean, I forgot about Kate, and I forgot about Parker, and I forgot about you and Jacob and all those guys.
Yeah,
Eli, I mean, it was that team was unreal. And you talked about Caden a little bit ago, because we were on that Cubs team with Angus and Parker. So I see all these kids. I mean, really, how many years have we been doing this? 6, 7 years just now, and I've got this one for another 6 or 7 years. So just finishing up T-ball, and I appreciate you allowing me to be involved in this. This has been a really good time, because I was so scared we were never going to get to play. And I think back to your Zoom call back in, I think it was in May. And yeah, there's some of those kids who are not here with us now, but most of you are still here. And that was great that you put that together, and I really appreciate that. I thought very highly of that. But at the end of the day, thank you for letting me be involved and running people out of the dugout. I enjoyed that.
I'm sorry.
And thank you for letting me coach with you.
No, thank you, sir. So real quickly, there are a few other people I want to thank. I know everybody's getting hungry, and I don't want to lose too many of the kids.
We're almost done.
But I want to.
I'll just pass it out.
Okay. So first thing, one is for Dr. Posey. So very busy lady as well. She's in the middle of finalizing her studies and everything. So
What is it you're giving out?
Huh? Oh. So Miss T Mom Ruthie also does make soap in her free time as part of her business. And so one of the things that we often like to do is share some of her soap, and very healthy soap. She's researched heavily in the process of making the soap, so I'm not going to have her talk about it in more detail. But I want to thank Dr. Posey, especially for serving. I've been blessed to have a physician, a parent that's been a physician on pretty much every team we've had. So it's nice when kids get hurt that she's been willing to come out and check on them. And we highly value that because we want our kids to stay safe. So, and now we know that we're probably burning into your study time right now, but we thank you for taking the time to come out as well. Thank you for all you've done for us this season. Also, wanted to thank Garrett, because I was like, Garrett's done a tremendous job for us. The game changer. He's really been on the job with that all season long, and he's made it possible that when any of us couldn't be at a ball game, everybody could follow it. And game changer is not the easiest thing. You have to really kind of be very into the game, and he's done a tremendous job with it all season long. So just wanted to tell Owen, tell your dad thank you for all of his valuable service. It was tremendous for him. Also, our team sponsor, Mrs. Canterbury, we have a soap for you as well. Thank you for all your love and support this season. And I know you sponsor, teams at multiple levels. It's very valuable. Our sponsors are extremely valuable to the running of South Durham Little League as a whole. So big thank you from the league as a whole, as well as the Giants team family. Thank you. And then we also have, I wanted to thank Esther, who's done a tremendous job this year. Many of the ladies have been part of the team mom committee, but done a fantastic job as one of our team photographers as well as Christina serving, safety officer. And so we've had to call on her a few times, and if Ruthie couldn't make it to be our safety officer, which was an extremely important role. And even though she doesn't see a gift out right now, I want to thank Team Mom and Safety Officer Ruthie for all she does. Her present comes later. Okay, so you say. Okay, so.
You don't mind if I jump in for
Oh,
just a minute?
no, that's okay.
So Ruthie, while you're up here, this is the tough act to follow, by the way, but on behalf of the Giants team family, we all came together and contributed, and we also wanted to thank the coaches. So we have Amazon gift cards all the way around. Ruthie, one is for you, for Team Mom and Safety and all the hand sanitizer.
You gotta come into the.
Oh, okay, I forgot.
I'll stand back.
Let's see, and these are for the uniformed coaches, so Frank GilChrist. Thank you so much from all the families. And we have my husband, Ken VanDine, and Eric Hanson. Thank you from all the families, and of course, Head Coach. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so
Good
much.
job.
No, thank you. Yeah, we're looking forward to time we can go back to hugging.
So we almost.
Yeah, so almost finished, guys. Hang with me, but since, for all our guys this season, except, I guess, with the exception of Anthony, but pretty much all our guys here that finished everything out with us are all essentially graduates of Little League now. So we've culminated the end of our Little League careers. I want to encourage all of our guys to consider seniors in middle school and travel and keep their careers going. But I want to ask some of our guys to give a few words on their careers. And so I was going to pick on a few kids, but I'm going to start with Katie McDaniel. And just see if you'd come up and just, either your favorite thing from this season or tell maybe mention, some of your favorite things from just being in South Durham Little League in general. But I'll actually let you come in the middle.
This is the last thing.
So, first of all, thanks to the coaches and all my teammates for letting me have a great season with the Giants. And I've just really enjoyed all the memories from South Durham Little League. Especially you, Coach Cannon, because you've helped me a lot with my batting. I was struggling with that at the start of the season, and you've helped me pick that up. Especially Coach Pitt for giving me tips on pitching, and just all the coaches, thanks. And thankful for a great season, and I hope that we'll all see each other again at some point.
No, thank you, Kate. Now I'm going to pick on Frankie. So I'll let you stand in the middle.
So, what I enjoyed about this year for Little League and for the rest other years is how every year I kept practicing to get better and putting in time. And hopefully, with all that time and practice, it pays off. And I want to thank Coach Cannon for the 3 years that I've been with him, with all the coaching and hard work to improve as a player.
I would also like to thank all the coaches, Coach Cannon, coaching me for like 3 years, I don't know. And even with this COVID-19 season, and in the beginning having different teams, changing players, and all of that, I was really going into the season thinking that I was just going to get it for reps, for travel ball and all that. But we really did end up being competitive in the end. We held the Pirates to 2 runs, and pitching, I did a lot of pitching reps this year. And South Durham, my best memories have definitely been in the Mayor's Cup like 3-4 times, championships almost every year, and just everybody surrounding me, giving me great reps, happiness, and thanks.
Harris.
been playing Little League for a little while now, and it's gave me a lot of friendships, and it's just like, when I joined, I wasn't really into baseball, just kind of seeing if I liked it, but now that I'm going away from SDLL, I've been doing travel ball now, and I'm just enjoying the sport a lot. I would say it's probably my favorite sport, and all the coaches really got me there too, just improving me throughout the season, and SDLL really just took that extra step, whatever coach I had, to improve me and make the sport fun and just overall. Probably my favorite part about Little League in general, including the season, is that how you make friends for life. In some places, you'll just see someone that you know is either on your team or on another team, and then, I mean, you know them. Like, it's not like in travel ball you see another person, you might make friends, but you might not see him ever again. But when you're playing Little League, you make friends for life. So.
I just want to see if any other players want to chime in. Cam, anybody else? Parker, Owen, Wyatt. I noticed you last time going out as a Little Leaguer, my friend. Why? I'm just hungry, man. I don't blame it.
Hold tight.
But I know how it is, man. It's a special time in life. You know, as a coach, I once played Little League in the olden days, back when you used wood bats and all that kind of stuff. So I know how it is. It's a special time in life, and we want to make it special for you. So ready to eat?
Yes.
All right. Whoa. So I'm actually going to ask Jason to actually bless us, bless the food. No, we'll have to come in just so for the purposes of video.
Sure, gotcha.
Maybe you could say something about him so they know. He's planting the church. Tell us a little bit, quick.
Oh, sure. So this 2020 is an interesting year for all of us, right? We were like 2 weeks from starting a new church when COVID hit. So just, to add to the chaos of normal life, it's been interesting times. But I was thinking as all of this is happening today, obviously the weather opened up. It's just beautiful. One of my favorite Psalms is Psalm 34, verse 8. It says that you can actually taste and see that the Lord is good. And I feel like for myself, we had 5 months, like most of you guys, no activities with kids. And then like on the same week, South Durham Little League decided we're going to start up. And so did our soccer league for our 4 other kids. And so we went from like neutral into like overdrive, just chaotic. And so we feel like we just haven't been able to be as involved as we have in other seasons here with South Durham Little League. But you guys, coaches, parents as well, man, we just feel like you guys have not only invested in our son, but made such a deposit in him. And I know all the parents feel this way. And so I feel like personally, this is the way that I've seen God's goodness in a really hard year. And I also think it's fitting that we eat together. It also says you can taste that the Lord is good. And I was just reminded of, as we're smelling the grill going, it's like food's a gift from God, and taste buds were His idea. And so we can just enjoy this together. So let's just pray and ask Him to bless, as He already has our time together, but also the food. Father, we love You, and our hearts are grateful that in the midst of a year that has so many reasons to trouble us, yet You provided, a baseball season. We're thankful for the memories. We're thankful for safety. We're thankful for the fun and the friends. And we thank for this time now to kind of cap it all off over good food. And we're just reminded that food comes from You, and we just want to thank You for it. Pray that You bless it and strengthen our bodies. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. You're under the direction of Christine.